Okay, everybody places, ready?
Ready?
Yes.
Yes.
We're live in 5, 4, 3. Live from the TPT Newsroom at the Peck Theater in Hollywood, it's TPT Occasionally News at 10:30 with your anchors Cheyenne, Grogan, and Jason Kaye, existential meteorologist Briana Hansen, Dan Kerrigan with the Bullshit Report, Forgotten News with Jessica Drolet, an on-the-street report by Kaye Dahlson, political pundit Gary the Demon from Hell, movie critic Jennie Newman, a restaurant review from Ethan Stanislawski, and California Adventures with Mike Rose. Now please welcome your anchors, Cheyenne Grogan and Jason Kaye.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to TPT Occasional News. Is that the name of the show? Let's hope so. Just said it. So, hi, everybody. I'm Cheyenne, but I actually identify as Ted Danson. So, tonight, I am Ted Danson. On to you, Jason.
Yes, I'm Jason Kaye, and most of my brain is holes.
Could you go into that?
Yes, earlier this month, President Trump held a summit with tyrannical despotic leader Kim. Trump gave in to Kim's demands to pardon grandmother Alice Marie Johnson. Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I do too. The holes thing makes it a little slower. I was on Cheers and I did this with beers. Boom! Round the corner.
I scream when I sleep.
Trump also met with the with the less influential leader Kim, the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un. The meeting was historic for setting the record for the world's tiniest handshake. That's great.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You know,
That's good.
neoconservative pundit Charles Krauthammer died this week in defiance of vampire law. During his career editing The New Republic, he blocked stories about the Iran-Contra affair, the Valerie Plame story, and once tried to block out The Sun.
That's great. That's great. On Cheers, I would take beer and I would go like this around the bar. Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders, I know news, was asked to leave the Red Hen restaurant in Lexington, Virginia because of her affiliation with the Trump administration. A spokesperson for the White House said they were disappointed in the Red Hen, but she will always be welcome at the Orange Cock.
It's his penis. His skin is often called orange. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos has built a nuclear clock designed to live deep inside a mountain for 10 millennia, plus one free trial month.
One time on Cheers, I took a beer, and I just was like, dude, fucking watch this shit. And I just threw it in it. A proposal to split California into 3 separate states earned enough votes to make the November ballot. The proposed new states would be Northern California, okay? California,
Right.
my favorite, Methlandia. Currently known as Riverside.
You see, my brain was split into 3, and then 2 of them left. Dunkin',
Good.
yeah. Dunkin' Donuts is under fire for posting a sign that tells customers to report any employees speaking a language other than English. Gross. Even worse, if you try to order a grande, they take your kids away. They'll also say you mean Starbucks, right?
Absolutely, because that's not.
I don't know a lot.
I'm telling you. Lil' Kim filed for bankruptcy this week, presumably because her bank account had become too lil. Oh, not done yet, baby.
Oh my God.
She revealed that she's almost $4 million in debt and might have to sell off that apostrophe. One time, Whoopi Goldberg painted my face for blackface.
The line
Ted Danson.
doesn't show that. Rapper XXXTentacion was shot and killed in Florida last week. We would have more information on the incident, but after Googling triple X shooting, I suddenly came violently. Sorry, got distracted. I got distracted suddenly.
They both work, and I liked how you did 2 punchlines for one setup. Into it.
Mm-hmm.
Jason.
What's up?
Spotify has rolled back its artist conduct policy, reinstating the music of R. Kelly and other artists. So R. Kelly responded that he was just happy to be streaming again. That's a piss joke, motherfuckers. That is a piss joke.
Turning to weather. Hurricane Bud made landfall last week in New Mexico. In regular Mexico. Sorry. We're live the whole time? Great. Turning to weather, Hurricane Bud made landfall last week in Mexico Classic and made its way up the Baja Peninsula towards us, U.S. But as it attempted to cross into Arizona, it was detained, ripped from its family, and never heard from again.
Oh, man. That's such a bummer. Let's sit on this for 5 minutes. Jason?
Yeah. Now let's go to meteorologist Briana Hansen with the existential weather. Do you have any good news for us, Briana?
No, there is no good news. There is only news. There's a 7% of chance of rain this evening, but that will likely change, since change is the only constant you can depend on. Winds out of the southeast remind us all that the only reprieve we may feel in this life will come in sweet, sweet death. And that during life we are all stuck in a state of constant flux.
She's acting like Larry David. That's my friend. I'm Ted Danson.
Well, that sounds like it's going to be an evening.
On the national radar, we are reminded yet again that we are all interconnected. We're all stuck in these same traps. We're stuck between sunshine, partly cloudy, rain, sunshine, partly cloudy, rain. Whether you like it or not, Jason and Cheyenne, we are connected. Ted, on this planet we are all connected because we are all powerless to stop the winds of Mother Nature.
I like that she writes poems that I wrote when I was 14 years old. I like her.
And the 3-day forecast calls for highs in the mid-70s and sunshine, but like all other predictions, it's meaningless. Also, it'll get chilly at night, so bring a jacket.
Well, it kind of sounds like a good weekend to hit the beach, don't you think, Briana?
However you choose to waste your short time on this planet is equally pointless.
I wouldn't say I wasted my time. I was on Cheers.
And at night, the sun's not there. Thank you, Briana, for post-war. No, you got a thing.
Yeah. She scares me. Next.
Yeah, nice. Post-war German philosophy. Oh, that doesn't work anymore. Turning to the opioid epidemic. Opioids are responsible for most of the fun I have, and yeah, we got some opioids in here. For 1/5 of all deaths of Americans ages 25 to 34. Some experts are blaming the high numbers on kids not drunk driving anymore. Is that the punchline of the?
No, we got one more, baby. Okay. Other possible reasons for this sharp rise in drug use: everything sucks, and drugs make you feel really, really good. I'm on The Good Place on NBC. A Long Island man is suing CVS Pharmacy pharmacies for telling his wife that he had purchased Viagra, which he claimed causes marriage to break down. But in CVS's defense, at that point in his marriage, it wasn't hard.
It was penis.
I'm Ted Danson and my dick is big. Easy!
Alright, turning to sports news. French long-distance swimmer Ben Lecomte.
That's pronounced so correctly, it's not even funny.
Ben Lecomte has begun his record attempt to swim across the Pacific Ocean, starting in Japan and ending in a giant shark. Check out The Meg, opening in theaters August 10th. I honestly thought that was a Melissa McCarthy movie.
She still could show up.
I thought she voices the shark.
Pixar, coming soon.
Yes, Lecomte will swim for 8 hours every day, except for a one-weekend getaway on the giant Pacific Ocean garbage patch.
That sounds like a type of candy. We are joined by Chief Bullshit Correspondent Dan Kerrigan with the bullshit news. Dan?
Dan?
Oh, he's pissed.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
SpaghettiOs.
Do you have any good bullshit to tell us about today, Dan?
Oh, man, what is fucking going on?
I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, my fucking God.
2 times.
Here we go. Well, first up, New Yorker author, review writer Anthony Lane wrote a super sexualized review of The Incredibles 2 that is just so full of bullshit that it is giving me a chubby as we speak. Don't look. You won't see it.
I'm so sorry.
I like how he commits to the bit.
It was so full of bullshit, he actually sexualized the mother in Incredibles 2. All right. And compared her to one of the characters in 50 Shades of Grey, at which point he says, dads at the movie might get a boner. Are you fucking kidding me? I've got to rub one out just to get on with my day after reading this review.
Are there pictures in the review?
No, there are not. I just gotta say, this is crazy, and I give it a grade of A- bullshit.
You know why I like you? Because you sound exactly like my father. Ted Danson's dad was a dick. Dan?
Look, let's move on.
Yeah.
What's next?
Oh yeah, there's
I mean, it's almost in sync as he's going to hit this ball. We'll get a good look at it here. The contact from Jerome Boateng. I mean, that's a foul.
Is it a clear and obvious error to not have given a penalty?
Now that was some really fucked up bullshit right there. Okay, so that was clearly a foul. However, Jerome Boateng, clearly a German guy, committed this foul and was not called for a foul. Yet, later in the game, he was called for 2 separate yellow cards, ejecting him from the game, putting Germany down a man for the last 15 minutes in a 1-1 game versus Sweden, where Germany actually scored a goal shorthanded against Sweden. You gotta be fucking kidding me, Sweden! Get your shit together! That's some grade A fucking bullshit! Come on, Sweden, get your act together. This is
Hey,
ridiculous.
Dan,
Yeah?
very German of you to pound on the table.
Yeah.
Good accent.
Nice.
Finesse.
Look, we had,
Soccer is
you know, the problem with this is that there are so many fouls. There are so many fouls that are called for absolute garbage. They're not even touching each other. And, we'd show you footage, but FIFA has redacted it.
And the World Cup is a giant cup that you put planets in?
That's exactly right. Anyways, what's next?
This space
President Trump is ordering the Pentagon to create a separate military military branch to handle space. The president announced his proposed Space Force yesterday. It would be the first new branch of the armed services since the Air Force was created in 1947.
Oh my fucking God! Are you kidding me? A Space Force? Look, the Space Force already exists. It's NASA. And the crazy fucking part about this is, we know that if you know anything, and this motherfucker, he's gonna wait a year and he's gonna turn around and say, look, it's NASA, I created the Space Force, and claim that he fucking did it. I can smell his bullshit from years away, and I fucking love it. I love it. I give this bullshit the grade of A. What's next?
I think you're done.
That's it for you right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So my last thing didn't make it in?
It's up there.
Oh.
There's a thing?
Oh, there's another thing.
Oh, good.
Look at this show.
Oh, Maisel.
So excited. I've heard all about it. Can't wait to watch it.
Hey.
That's the bullshit report.
All right. And Kerrigan, everybody. For those of you just joining us, we're news. Thanks, Dan. You've given. Oh, he left.
He's gone.
Like it was a long time. Last week, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who I heard has never commanded an army, quoted him. Right. I'm not afraid. Quoted a passage from the Bible to support Trump's policy of detaining refugees at the border, forcefully separating them from their families, and locking them up in cages without a trial. Now, with a political commentary on this and other news stories, we are joined by Gary, the demon from hell. He's a real demon from hell.
He's a real demon from hell.
Hi there. I'm Gary, and I'm an actual demon from hell. Now, most of the time, I'm proud of being a demon from hell. But I've noticed lately that a lot of people out there are claiming to be pious, when in actuality, I think they also might be demons from hell. So I came up with this handy test to see if you too might be a demon from hell. If you think the Bible condones tearing children from their families and putting them in cages, you just might be a demon from hell. If the God you worship is okay with putting people in jail indefinitely after they come to you begging for help, that might be the devil you're worshiping. You demon from hell. If you think persecuting innocent people who are on the run from drug dealers somehow doesn't put you on the same side as those drug dealers, you might be a demon from hell. If you find yourself on the side of the people making fun of kids who watch their best friends shot and killed in front of them because those kids are just asking for reasonable gun control, you might literally be a demon from hell. If you think the people kneeling to bring attention to communities plagued by government-mandated violence are less important than a lifeless piece of cloth, you might be the living embodiment of evil, a demon from hell. If you think the guy who gave you health care and fixed the economy is evil, and the guy who raised taxes on the poor, cheated on his pregnant wife, publicly asked for help from America's enemies, and expressed public support for murderous Nazis is good, just because one of them has a closer skin color to yours, I'm pretty sure you might be a demon from hell. And finally, if you're still planning to vote for anyone representing this Republican Party in the upcoming elections, you most definitely might be a literally evil, actual demon from hell. Thank you. You can catch me this weekend at the Fire and Grimstone Comedy Club on Hellrose Avenue. If you show your NRA card at the door, you get in half price and guarantee your seat in hell. See you later.
Hey,
Gary! Look at that. Gary, everybody. They just received learned about Jeff Foxworthy and Hal, so.
Little late, just
Yeah.
a little. But we have our next.
They haven't gotten
correspondent.
Cosby yet, but man, are they in for a
It's gonna be
horrifying events.
This we have Jessica.
Hey, Jess!
She is our week's forgotten headlines correspondent. Yes.
Yes, welcome to here.
Thank you for having me. Guys. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yeah, hey, well, so what's happening this week? What happened?
Oh, a lot.
Uh-huh.
This week I had book club, but I forgot to read my required chapters, so now I'm that person. Found a long white hair on my left nipple. And it took me about 20 minutes to parallel park to get here, so.
Huh. You know what's interesting is that none of that is like real news, except for the nipple hair. That's
The
fascinating.
nipple hair is crazy. I want to hear about it. Ted Danson has a lot of nipple hair.
Okay, now.
Can we name it? We name your nipple hair?
Can we name your nipple hair?
No. Okay, in the news this week, a woman disappeared while gardening, only to be found a few yards away inside a python.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
That's crazy.
But you know what's crazier?
What?
Basically, the same thing happened to me this week.
What? What happened?
I was gardening, and I found my Monty Python Life of Brian DVD by the Cucumbers, but yet that doesn't make the news. I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's because that was like boring as shit.
I think that was interesting, but whatever.
You have a name for
Any of those things.
that nipple hair, right?
I do. Tom Hanks? Is he my friend?
Maybe.
Time will tell.
Anyway.
Anyways, in other news, a 5-year-old child knocked over a glass sculpture at the Kansas Community Center and now owes $132,000 in damages. Funny coincidence. Sorry, I'm crying.
You crying?
Funny coincidence.
You crying?
Basically the same thing happened to me
Oh my God.
this week. I have a glass sculpture. It's shaped like a glass.
Is that a cup?
Isn't that a glass?
That's right. And when I took it out of my dishwasher, it was chipped. So I called Whirlpool and I said, please reimburse me for my glass. And they hung up on me. So I don't want to be that person, but then again, a 5-year-old gets the headlines and no one cares about my glass.
Yeah, that's tragic.
Yeah, again, that's boring as shit.
I mean,
Sorry.
that's all it's gonna be.
Jess.
Yes.
Look, you've obviously gone through a lot. Your nipple hair.
Yes.
Can we call her Evangeline Lilly?
No.
Because it has to do with a movie that came out with Paul Rudd.
Right. That's no. In other news, a taxi crashed into soccer fans in Moscow during the World Cup.
That's awful.
Isn't that awful? But you know what's more awful? Almost the same thing happened to me this week. I got my period. And so I go and get a maxi pad. And as I get it, I slip on droplets of my own blood because my Moscow is so heavy. So then it hits the ceiling fan. And now I'm thinking about getting the cup. Basically the same thing happened.
It's crazy how her brain makes those connections. And she's like, that's one thing.
Right. So you shot blood out of your vagina
Yeah, well,
into the fan?
No, my maxi pad flung into the hit the ceiling
How
fan.
many Russians were killed?
I don't know. Does that matter?
What's going on with the nipple hair?
Yeah. Is it a white hair?
It's very white. It's long. It's white.
It's
just sad that I think my life is as interesting, if not more, than the headlines this week. But I guess the world seems to disagree.
We do.
Yeah.
We definitely do. Thank you so much, Jess. You were amazing. It's Pay What You Can, also tweezers. Put them in that fucking jar. Okay. You know what? I think it's time to take on Katie Dahlson, who's joining us live.
That's true. Yeah. We're going to go right now to Katie Dahlson for a live on the street report.
Thanks, Jason. Thank you guys for having me. I'm really excited to do this live reporting from the street here in Los Angeles, California.
Cool.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm here. Let's see. Let's talk to you, sir. How are you liking the show so far?
Yeah, it's good content.
Good content. Nice. You like the hosts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm biased though.
Oh, you know.
Because I'm dating one of them.
He's my brother.
Oh. White stripes. Cool. White stripes. Got it. I have contact. Well, I mean, but wouldn't it be cool to have a show with 2 female hosts, maybe?
Yeah, that was my next complaint though.
Sure.
Well,
I mean, maybe one with not one
Katie,
third of her brain.
Hey, Katie.
Yeah, Jason, what's up?
You're supposed to ask regular questions to people. It seems like
I'm asking regular questions.
It's kind of thing, and then
it's a man on the street, woman on the street. You're supposed to ask her hey, what do you think about shit going on?
She's gonna say, what do you think about shit
going
on?
you want to get hot takes? You want hot takes?
How am I supposed to know he's a Mormon?
Oh my God, Katie, please.
All right,
I'm sorry.
No, I got it. You want hot takes?
Hot takes.
Okay, so who has bigger dick energy, me or Jason?
You.
Yeah. All right, cool. We got that answer. Cool. All right, so I'm just gonna take that. Is that a hot?
Can you? Ask him about current events. I don't know.
Okay.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Jason, I feel like you're kind of shit.
And what?
You're shitting on this whole thing right now.
I'm not shitting on. First of all, you're not on the street. You're 10 feet away from me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that we here at the PAC couldn't be everyday people off the street. I'm sorry. I guess we're just the liberal elite to you, aren't we, Jason?
That's not what I said.
Oh,
That's
it sounded
exactly
like it to
what
me.
you said. You said liberal elite. I'm a motherfucking piece of shit. So embarrassing.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, Katie, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, Ted Danson.
Yeah, thank you.
It's all right.
Cheers.
All right.
Ask him about the Drake baby.
All right. Drake baby. You guys all heard about the Drake baby? Any opinions?
Wow.
Surprising.
Got one Drake
We
baby.
heard Scorpion. You guys heard that hot track where he admits he has that secret baby? Do you have an opinion about that?
I'm not familiar with this crap.
Anybody, you know about the Drake baby?
I don't know about the Drake baby.
All right, so
Was
Drake
anybody
is.
disappointed to find out that the baby was real?
Yes.
You were disappointed? Tell us about it. Tell us about it.
I mean, Pusha T ate him up so hard on his mixtape. I would like to have thought that Drake's baby would not exist.
Yeah. I was mostly disappointed that I was not Drake's baby. That's the reveal I was.
How did the head of CAA get in here? That's exciting.
All right, guys, that's it for me out here on the streets of Los Angeles.
You should be here. This guy's a motherfucking piece of shit, Katie.
I love you, man.
Little dick energy. I love you so much. Jason, you're killing it.
I have 0 recall.
Because you holes in your brain?
Yeah. Anybody that didn't pay attention, that's my thing.
That's his point of view. We take comedy classes.
Thank you for that. Let's move on. And now, our very own Mike Rose dusted off his old country charm. Oh, dusted off his old country charm?
Yeah. You said country charm.
No, but I mean, it would be like his Whatever. Charm, and went up to check in on some people America would rather forget.
Well, hello there, Californians. It's another beautiful day here in sunny Los Feliz, or is it Los Feliz? To be quite honest with you, I've never known how to pronounce it, but it is one of my favorite neighborhoods in the City of Angels. And we're here to meet with some of California's finest citizens. We're going to meet with they're called, or I don't know what this word is, Remy. I can't understand your writing. What does it say? All right, I'll be honest, I don't know what in tarnations that is, but we are going to go to an incel meeting. The Los Feliz chapter of Incel Local 366 has been holding their meetings at Randy's mother's house since 2016. All part of a vibrant online incel community, Randy decided to take their meetings off the information superhighway and into the real world. Wow, meeting friends off the internet. What fun! Well, I'm here with Randy Reynolds, the leader of this fun little bunch.
Well, I don't really like to consider myself a leader, more of a facilitator of the cause.
Wonderful! Now, what is incel? Tell me all about incel.
Incel means involuntary celibate.
You mean like a eunuch?
No, our message is simple. For far too long, women have remained shallow and exist only to torture men by denying us sex. And that tyranny ends today. As able-bodied American males, sex is our right that is owed to us.
Well, that sure is fascinating. What did your girlfriend think of all this?
I don't have a girlfriend.
You're going to have to speak up into the mic, son. I can barely hear you.
I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend, okay?
Randy sure was interesting, but he wasn't the only member of this colorful group of SoCal characters. Now, Chester here has been meeting with Randy and his friends since the group first started taking meetings way back in 2016. Now, Chester, what keeps you coming back?
Mostly my involuntary lack of sex.
Alrighty then.
It's a conspiracy where beautiful people withhold sex from smart people like us, you know.
Conspiracy.
What do you think can be done about that?
Realistically, the only feasible solution is, you know, court-mandated sex with us.
Court-mandated.
Definitely
court-mandated.
Definitely legal.
Legal.
And court-mandated.
Court-mandated.
But fellas, have you tried just brushing your teeth?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Just saying, this lovely gang couldn't have been more welcoming. But no one was more welcoming than the homeowner herself, Randy's mom, Edith. What a lady! Your son and his friends sure are some colorful characters.
I know, right? They are.
So what do you make of this whole incel thing?
Oh, you know what? I think that it is completely ridiculous and unreasonable.
I'm so glad to hear you say that because I agree. I think that is possibly very, very ridiculous.
I mean, these girls need to look at him and they need to give up that ass. You know what I mean? He's handsome. And they all think they're just so good looking. Like they're withholding sex from men like my boy. And it's one of those things where they don't know the joy that Randy could bring by eating out their pussies. They just don't understand that yet because they're withholding. My son's attractive. Look at this face. Why would you withhold sex from this face because you're a 10? Well, what's a 10? You know what a 10 is? This right here. That's a 10 because I've seen it since he was born.
He's holding cat food.
He needs someone forced to be with him, that's all.
Wowzers!
Okay, time's up. Okay, I've had enough here. Everyone stop. I've had enough. I've had enough, Mom. I've had enough. Mom, stop. All right, everyone down. Everyone stop.
Well, what a wonderful Southern California adventure that was. I met a lot of really nice folks and found out all about incels. Now, to be honest with you, I still don't exactly know what it all means, but my father had an expression. He would always say to me, he would say, "Hey, Mike, quit being such a fucking idiot all the time." He was a stern man. Now, it seems to me these boys, they've either had not enough people or too many people telling them the same thing. That's going to do it for us. And one more Southern California adventure. What a world and what a state. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. Also, I just think it's so interesting that Sam Horwitz and David Ayala.
Yeah. They use fake names.
Fake
for
names.
Weird.
S-A-M.
Sam Horwitz.
D-A-V-I-D. Ayala?
Yeah, Horwitz is H-O-R. Hey, Sam, how do you spell your last name?
H-O-R-W-I-T-Z.
There you go. You can find him sitting right where he's talking right now. And now, with a restaurant review, Ethan Stanislawski coming up to us from an Italian restaurant, Little Tony's Italian restaurant. Ethan?
Hi there, Jason and Cheyenne. I'm here at Little Tony's Italian restaurant in Burbank. It's an excellent place to share authentic Italian food with your friends. So what are you guys doing right now? You want to come here with me? Get some Italian food? It's really good.
We're kind of doing a show. Also, I don't eat with people who are non-union.
Well, that's okay. Like, if you want to come after the show's done, like, I'm just gonna be here. You know,
We're
if you
okay.
want to
Can
hang.
you continue on with the bit piece? Thank you.
Hi, Sarah. What can I get for you?
Hi, Erin. I really don't know what I want, but do you want to come sit here with me and get some Italian food with me? Just sit down.
Oh, no. Sorry, sir. I have 20 other tables, so.
Well, why don't you ask Tony if he wants to come with me? Because, just tell him Ethan's here.
Oh, do you know Little Tony?
No, I don't, but I just want to hang out with him. If he wants to get dinner with me, that'd be great. Listen, you probably don't know who I am. My name's Ethan Stanislawski. I'm the restaurant critic for TPT Occasionally News Late Night. I kind of have, a lot of sway in this town, and I have these stars here. I have 5 of them. Do you want to get dinner with me?
Sir, sorry. I really do have...
That just turned into 4 stars right here, so...
Doesn't really seem fair.
Oh, now it's 3 stars. Do you want to...
Okay, fine.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, Ethan?
Yeah?
What's all that green shit around?
It's the backdrop of the Italian flag at Little Tony's. Do you not know how the Italian flag is?
No, I didn't know that.
All right, so Erin, what's Little Tony like?
I don't know, man. Hey, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I took this Uber over here. It was all right. You didn't want to talk though. I gave him 2 stars right here. Just 2 stars for that Uber.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay, that's fair.
Hey, Ethan.
Mhm.
Hi, this is Ted Danson.
Hi, Ted Danson.
Hi, please don't address me by name. Ethan, it just kind of seems like you're being an asshole.
Hey, no, that's not fair. Like, I'm a good person. Like, the other day I gave this guy, this homeless guy, like $1 so he could get dinner with me.
Okay. So you bought him dinner. You bought him dinner, yeah?
Oh, I should have thought of that.
You made a homeless guy pay for his own meat.
Listen, I'm a good person, though, I swear. Like, the other day I was in front of Yoshinawa on Santa Monica and Vine. I met this nice lady there. Yoshinawa's great, by the way. They'll talk to you all you want. 5 stars for Yoshinawa on Santa Monica and Vine. Anyway, I met this nice lady, and I paid her $50, and then she got into my car, and then we went to this motel room, and it was nice. She was a very nice lady.
So that was not a restaurant. That was a prostitute you paid for sex.
No, it was still like a restaurant thing. Like, we got room service. Well, I got room service after she left. I ordered Postmates on the way back home from Little Tony's, so that made sense.
This is the boogery aura just makes sense because this is fucking pathetic.
This restaurant does not sound like it's in Burbank. It sounds like it's right
very
behind
local. Very local.
Yeah, thank you, Ethan, for that.
Thank you. You guys still can come here if you want. It's really cool.
I mean, I'll see you in 10 minutes back?
We're running late.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Hey, Ethan, everybody. Stanislawski, give it up for the king.
We're going to take it down a notch a little bit. Turning to celebrity news, TV icon Anthony Bourdain died of suicide earlier this month, which has a lot of people asking, why wasn't it Roseanne?
Yeah, you probably get a much bigger noose for her. I shame people for their weight.
It's the holes in your head.
Yes.
It's his point of view.
Yes. John Travolta's Gotti, which was produced by movie ticket startup MoviePass, has received a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, that's true. Except what? It turned out to be the worst business decision MoviePass made since becoming MoviePass. Yes.
I was in a movie. I think it was 3 Men and a Baby.
Yeah, Tom Selleck.
So it was so crazy. I was like, dude, I have a fucking baby. And then I was like, I have this beer. I can just hook it around. Chris Hardwick was called out by his ex-girlfriend Chloe Dykstra last week, who wrote a detailed portrait of his long pattern of abusive behavior. His mother-in-law, Patty Hearst, came to his defense over Twitter, marking the first documented case of someone having Stockholm Syndrome. Again.
Yeah, so 2 people got it. Here's the
Everybody likes it when a joke is explained, so
Here, I have 2 memories. One is knowing about that.
Yeah.
Basically, Patty Hearst was kidnapped by the Siamese Liberation Army?
This is the 5th time you've asked that.
Yeah. What?
Symbionese.
Symbionese? Whatever. Yeah, so she was kidnapped and then fell in love with some of the people there. And my other memory is right before my brain fell apart. I was having a cheeseburger. Is it mine?
It's mine. Now, if you're wondering which films to check out and which ones to avoid, our movie expert, Jennie Newman, is here to tell us what's going on in the movies. Hey, Jennie.
Hey, Jennie, everybody.
Hey, guys. How are you doing? I brought some props.
Hey, props.
We love prop comedy. Gallagher.
Yeah, I met him.
He was relevant when I was a thing.
Alright, so I'm going to tell you about some of the movies that are out right now.
Please.
What's your favorite one so far?
Well, okay, I gotta preface this just a little bit. I'm more of a TV person than a movie person, but I did go to the Fandango website. I read all the synopsises. I have an idea of what all of these are about, and I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be kind of like spot on. All right?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sounds like it's gonna be accurate. Nothing's gonna go wrong.
Starting with Jurassic World.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So picture this. Isle Nublar is about to blow. There's this volcano. It's gonna erupt. We've got Chris Pratt right here. Okay, Chris Pratt's character, and we've got Bryce Dallas Howard. They want to save all the dinosaurs, right? And they've forgotten that, they're human, they're not immune to lava, they're not immune to dinosaurs, but oh well, they're gonna go to this island that's gonna blow, and they're gonna get all these dinosaurs. And then there's Chris Pratt, who's looking for his favorite dinosaur, Blue. So he's all like, Blue, where are you? Blue, I'm so lonesome for you. Blue.
They have songs in this movie?
And then Bryce Dallas Howard, she comes out and she's like, Chris Pratt's character, we need to get into the Jeep. We need to get to all the dinosaurs in the Jeep. She has a British accent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And so they're looking for all the dinosaurs, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom.
Turtle.
Oh no, it's T-Rex.
Okay.
Short hand.
Yes, I see.
T-Rex, oh my god, we gotta get on his back. And then they jump on his back, right? And then they're running, boom, 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 boom through the island. And then there's another one of those porta potties, and there's a guy on it, and he eats it, and then everything. And then they just get all the dinosaurs into the Jeep, and they save them.
Wow.
They get all the dinosaurs into a Jeep?
Yeah, one of those Jeeps that are on those rails, in Jurassic Park, in the real Jurassic Park.
Train? Oh, you mean the ride?
No.
No, not the ride?
No. In the original movie, I did see that when I was 10.
Oh.
But they had those rails. Anyway, they all got in one of those Jeeps.
It's crazy that they don't make dinosaur puppets,
This is
but they make turtle ones without the back on it. Just fascinating. Just
Just
kind of interesting.
Bottom line is I gave the movie a C+.
Wow.
It got a plus because I don't know if you guys have been to the Grove, but there's a really cool
I went there.
T-Rex there. There's a huge one there. so that gave it a plus. Yes.
Wow. And it's great because you've obviously you've seen it, so this is a fair score.
I read the synopsis on Friday.
Yeah, you saw the thing at the Grove.
Yes.
Next, we've got Solo. This is yet another Star Wars film.
That's supposed to be Woody Harrelson?
This is another Star Wars film.
My bad.
And basically, I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen Star Wars, but I am on Facebook, so on May the 4th I do see all of y'all's posts, so I have an idea of what it's about, and I've seen the memorabilia, and I do like Carrie Fisher. She's in Sex and the City, remember that? Okay. We've got, I know she was in Sex and the City, remember?
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn's, whatever. Anyway, so we've got Han Solo, right? And he's all like, oh, what is this? Hey there, big dog-like furry ape man. It's Chewbacca. Yeah. Oh, so the movie's
The
like
dog.
Yeah, so the movie, according to Fandango, this is like a flashback Friday to when Han Solo meets Chewbacca, and then they like fall in love, and then they
bang?
No, they just start flying spaceships together. Have you not
Close
seen
enough.
Star Wars? So
I don't
anyway, it's
remember
like,
any.
hey, look at this massive furry ape-like dog man. Who's a good boy? Are you a good boy?
I'm spot on. Yeah.
Right.
Spot
And
on.
he's like, would you like to go and co-pilot planes with or spaceships with me for eternity?
Planes is
If you can pilot a spaceship, you can pilot a plane. And then anyway, so then they start piloting planes. No, they pilot planes, and it's like dum bum 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 bum.
You know what? Those two puppets did look like the two main characters from Up. Just have to say, was that a review of Up or
Star Wars? And you know what I gave it? I gave it a B because frankly, it's not really that realistic.
It seems like you kind of liked it. B's not too bad.
Right.
It's all right.
Next up, you have
You've got Tag.
Tag.
I gotta make sure I got the right
Classic.
guy.
That's a Mel Brooks film, correct?
Tag is about a bunch of guys, right?
Okay.
And they've been playing tag since they were kids. 20 years later, they're still playing tag, okay? And it's someone's wedding, and they're all like at the wedding playing this game of tag. So it goes something like this. It's like, they're all like running like crazy, like, you're not gonna get me, and like the lobby of the hotel.
And it's a
the plaza.
furry movie about
No, these are
furries chasing
people.
each other.
These are people. These are all guys. These are fraternity brothers, I assume.
They all
and they're
suffered
like,
a major childhood trauma. That's why they want to still play tag.
no, they love it. It's their thing. They've been playing it for 20 years. They're committing to it.
But
So
now
they're
they're
like, I'm not done. So they're like, and then this guy's like, I'm gonna get you. And then he's like, Tag, you're it. And they're like, oh no, dude, man, come on, it's my wedding. Oh, not cool. And then there's me, right? And I'm sitting there like, where's the person from the Guinness Book of World Records, right? Because if you've been playing tag for 20 years, wouldn't you want some recognition for that? Wouldn't you want some like middle schooler to have your name in one of those big ass books they get at their yearly book fair? Wouldn't you want that, right? So it's not realistic. I give it a D.
I like how you think a lot and how you're negative.
I gave Jurassic World a C+. It got a plus. That's positive. Next, we've got Superfly. All right. So Superfly now.
It's a weird name for a Superman movie.
No, Superfly is a remake. It's a remake of an original film called Superfly that I've never heard of. I've never watched it, but I did read the synopsis. This is what it's about. It is about a fly who has super
That's so rad.
Chuck E. Cheese mouse.
This is a fly
Oh.
who has superpowers, but he's also like really cool. So he's a Superfly fly.
And we have a recurring character because he was in the first movie.
Chris Pratt is in everything.
Chris Pratt is just back
It's just
again.
someone who looks like him.
Okay. Got it.
Looks like him. All right. So anyway, I'm not. So it's something like this. It goes, yo, dude, you're super cool, and you're a fly. But I can also make myself invisible, and I can talk because he has superpowers.
I literally don't understand what you're saying.
Because he's a super fly. He's like a fly with superpowers who's also really cool.
Is the
he's
fly
a super fly. So
giant?
he's like,
Like, is the fly like a
Yeah,
human
he's
size?
as big as a mouse, apparently.
Also, the horror movie.
It's just the angle you're looking at it. But
The angle?
so anyway, they're like, bzzz, and then become friends. And he's like, up high, down low, up too slow, and then they become bros. And then they're like,
Get that away from my fucking face.
Jenny, that was
Sorry.
so great. You're amazing. I have a lot of questions for you.
Yeah.
Just first a statement. Get the fuck off the stage. Thank you so much, Jenny. Oh my god, it was so great. So great. A lot of furry movies coming out, apparently. That was a possible. Nope.
Did you say kill people?
I think she did say kill people. Yeah, that was a Red Rum moment. That was kind of weird.
Yeah. I love Dean Koontz. Finally! That's the other thing I remember. Finally tonight, some sad news. The first Bond girl, Eunice Gayson, that's her real name, who played Sylvia Trench in Dr. No, has died at the age of 90. In response to the news, Sean Connery said, "I'd still hit that." I didn't write it. We didn't write any of it.
Yeah, we didn't write it, but
Anything you liked, it's because we nailed it, I think.
No, if you liked it, we did write it. So thank you guys so much for coming. Wow, that was so much fun.
That was.
That was amazing. You know, I've had a lot of ups and downs in my career. I voluntarily did blackface in the 80s. Ted Danson, I'm Ted Danson. Ted Danson actually did that. That's insane. But now I'm here today with Jason Kaye.
That's
You're
right.
not as famous as I am.
It's okay. Anyway, I'm 1030. This is Occasionally News, Jason Kaye.
And I'm Ted Danson. Good night, TPT.
Good night.
Correspondents, come out.
Trying to come out. Hey, doing good. Hey, look at that. There we go. Oh, shit.
Thanks for coming, you guys. Please put some money in the jar. Stick around for
Money in the jar.
Go Sketch Yourself starting in about 15 minutes.
Cheers, wow.
That's our show. Bye.